everyone, I'm Carrot, the freeze-dried foodie, and I love cooking with freeze-dried ingredients. They last a super long time on my pantry shelf and they help me eliminate food waste. Today's recipe is a South Texas specialty called Carne Guisada, and that translates roughly to stewed beef or beef stew. A lot of people around here in South Texas call it beef and gravy. Now you can make brown or red. We're making brown. We're going to start out with our diced beef. It's a bite-sized piece and it's just perfect for what we're going to make with it today. I used about 2 cups of it. I'm just emptying out my can. And you need some green bell peppers. That is probably about 1/4 cup. And you're going to need onion slices as well. That's probably about 1/4 cup of the onion slices. I'm just emptying out my cans, aren't I? I think I put a tablespoon of garlic in there. And then you're going to need to add about 1 cup of water. Basically what we're doing here is we're hydrating the vegetables. That would not be enough water to hydrate the beef. We're going to do that later on. This is basically enough to get the veggies going. Since our food is freeze-dried, it does need water to refresh it. So you get the heat going on there, get it to boiling, and it will help those vegetables to hydrate. After all the water has cooked off, then the vegetables will be plenty hydrated, and now you can add the oil. So we're going to saute these vegetables. I like using avocado oil. I think it has a great flavor. It has a high smoke point. It's pretty neutral flavored. You could use olive oil or whatever you prefer. But what you need to do is just saute these vegetables. Once they start smelling really good, maybe 2 or 3 minutes later, you are going to add some flour. This is 2 tablespoons of flour. So it was 2 tablespoons of oil and 2 tablespoons of flour. And you just need to toast the flour, get everything coated in the flour, and then toast it. And next, you're going to add a tablespoon of our tomato paste. You make it with our tomato powder combined with water. That is 1 tablespoon of tomato powder combined with 1 tablespoon of water. That makes tomato paste. And you do need to saute it a little bit here. Don't worry, it's going to stick to the bottom along with some of that flour, but don't worry about that. We'll deal with that in a minute. Now you're going to add 2 cups of beef broth. I used a beef bouillon cube in 2 cups of water. You can do whatever kind of beef broth you like, but this will help get up all the bits that were stuck to the bottom. So you're getting up the flour that was stuck down there and the tomato paste and any beef or anything like that. You want those bits to come up because flavor lives in the bits. Now we're going to add some seasonings. You're going to need about 1 teaspoon of the cumin, along with some salt and pepper. Not too much salt because the beef broth will be a little salty. Just a pinch of salt, maybe 1/4 teaspoon, and some black pepper. Give that a stir, and then you'll want to give this a taste to make sure you have enough salt in there. And then you're just going to put a lid on it and let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes on medium. After that time, this is what you have. It's thickened up. That flour helps to thicken that up, and it makes what we call here in South Texas beef and gravy, or carne guisada. That is ready to eat after 15 to 20 minutes. Now, if you're not in a hurry and you can afford to use more fuel, then just leave it sitting on the stove on low for another hour, hour and a half, even 2 hours. This is what happens afterwards. The beef gets even more tender. The gravy gets even thicker. It's reduced even more and the flavors are more intense. This is carne guisada. This is more traditional. This is the kind you get at the Tex-Mex restaurants. It's amazing. So let's serve that up with some beans and rice with a tortilla on the side. It's great with avocado. This, my friends, is carne guisada. Can you believe we just made that out of freeze-dried ingredients? It's incredible. Here we go. Put it in there, tortilla. Here we go. Oh my word. I hope you give this a try. This takes your freeze-dried beef to a whole different level, like another notch, you know, like Emerald used to say. It's so good, y'all.